Canada's association to labor law, we have a disgusting obsession with using Indians for our own gain. Which type of Indian am I talking about? Both of them. What we do to the native Indians, psychopathy outside of economics. Our penitentiary system is literally 80% natives. What we do to the other type of Indians from ex-British India, psychopathic economically. So the country of Canada is a safe haven for the international elite and their wealth. Our banks run the country. The big five include RBC, CIBC, Scotiabank, BMO, Toronto Dominion. I remember like a few months ago, it might have been like less than 6 months ago now, there was like this Indian girl who might have been like 18. She died in an oven, in an industrial oven, in what might have been a big box retailer, which I'm not going to speak to because I'm scared of legal legal whatever it's called. Legal litigation against me. What we do as far as labor rights, where it's like we take these Indians from India, give them like, and then they wear shitty clothes. They make these clothes in India, and then like I have to justify like my jersey knit right now, which I love, is made in Portugal. Why? LVMH is running a fucking train on the fashion industry. Hermes with their Birkin, and like you have to play the game, like the Birkin game. Psychopathic how the elite have enough money to play the Birkin game. I'm able to tie that all into this question, the legal question of what the fuck is going on at GravityPope, and so I'm able to like, finally I'm in a position where, and then David Gerber, the anthropologist who died of COVID, how his incredible work on debt. And so it's like how people will buy luxury, class position, right back to that. The idea of the wage, which is a very modern phenomenon, like post-industrialized society, preventative as opposed to exploitative, like institutional structures, how pedagogy is no longer about an education, but it's actually a slaughterhouse in and of itself, how like GravityPope is taking these people with master's degrees who and even none of us have PhDs, but like we can climb the ranks, but then they just promote psychopathy with these like delusional psychopath middle managers, participating in the destruction of the clothing industry. Like in the retail theory, in a post-industrialized society, industrialized labor is outsourced to third world countries under the guise that it promotes democracy, but actually it's just to manage the educated elite who are willing to stand up for the workers, who literally have no time to stand up for themselves. Use advertising, which is very important in the fashion industry, to subconsciously influence really stupid working class people into making bad political decisions to keep private industry and politics together, which literally is so apparent in Alberta and in Edmonton, where it's the political capital of the oil and gas industry. This idea of Japanese indigo being a traditional act, but then Japan is being lost to multiculturalism, where they want to keep their tradition, but they're literally the declining birth rate of the entire race. Race isn't real, but like this idea of the Japanese people. I'm able to talk about that. The future of human civilization, genetically modifying babies, hormonal imbalances, wearing plastic, oil and gas industry, um, color theory, how it's represented in mood, subconscious influence, back to Jolion's work. I understand how. Okay, I'm just gonna see how much time. Fuck, I literally have no time. Like, I just don't know how YouTube. I don't know if the YouTube, like, software allows me to publish a video. My education is going to be in philosophy. I'm going to get my law school degree as a part of that. Undergrad in philosophy, master's in philosophy, PhD in philosophy. My undergrad is just going to be like straight up whatever it needs to be to successfully graduate. My master's, I have an idea for my master's thesis, and I want to explain to psychopaths that I hate them. Capitalism promotes psychopathy. These fuckers hide in plain sight. It's disgusting. Good people get beaten down, and then psychopaths win. I don't care. The idea of the hair salon is that it also has a yoga studio attached to it that teaches Ashtanga yoga, which I am a student of. And so you'll get a haircut, but we don't color hair. So we only focus on your natural hair texture, promote like a healthy diet. And then if you are going through something, the idea of reinvention, instead of buying something under capitalism, you can shave your head and practice Ashtanga, in which case you have to engage yourself with the potential of having a personality, which immediately you start dispelling of psychopathic, tolerant patterns that you've developed just by living under capitalism. And the point is specifically that children get haircuts, and in general people should be practicing yoga, and so you can get two parents, they can be getting their haircut, you're immediately talking about gender, promoting healthy gender identity. So immediately that's a conversation. That's that whole heated rivalry. And that's why I spoke about the heated rivalry thing. And then the kid is getting their haircut immediately, like as early as like 1 year old, 1 year old, and then by the time they're 3 years old, they start practicing Ashtanga. At which point, if you give them 2 decades of Ashtanga by 3, they're only 23 years old. Capitalism loves to exploit young people. It loves to exploit women. It loves to create insecurity and then sell you a consumable product to mask it. But if you can promote pagan ideas of self-identity that are not steeped in patriarchal victimhood, but actually like revering like the lunar cycle, the constellations, the women's body, the potential for women to have kids as like as a holy, as a sacred ritual, their ability to breastfeed. You can pivot science away. You can pivot the agricultural industry, like all these things that are being used for mass propaganda into dialogue. Great, I did my work. And then at that level, you raise these young kids into strong killers that can identify and kill psychopaths. you tell them, listen, go to law school, go get your PhD. There's no such thing as being overeducated in a system that does not promote psychopathy. Go to medical school, advocate against psychopathy and greed. Don't allow things to define you that can be purchased, and then they grow up, have kids, and you just keep promoting the cycle. And this is what like the patriarchy does through religions like Judaism, Catholicism, and as a part of the hair salon, the workers who work at the hair salon, they are the yoga teachers, and so I established the actual context to dialogue on the subject of work-life balance. And capitalists love to say you have to be completely invested into my work, otherwise you're not actually a part of the team. Psychopathy. And so at which point, if I just even have one salon, my master's is gonna be specifically in explaining the theory behind this premise. And I want this hair salon to take over the world, so it's like multiple locations all around the world. And a part of running these hair salons, this is just a playdate device. It's like it's like a Game Boy, but like super niche, boutique, artsy. And so this company, this hair salon, it's actually just a private legal research firm operating as a hair salon. That's the pagan in me, hiding in plain sight to destroy the psychopaths. When you're a customer of the hair salon, you have to buy one of these, but you develop an account number, and it's attached to the corporate software of the company. All the employees have their own device. So when the employees leave at night, there's no corporate software or hardware, and their personal user ID is what they use to apply to the hair salon, and other companies can eventually adopt the software so that when a person is working anywhere, they always have the hair salon specifically to be where they gossip. And the point of that is that they always have a safe space outside of the grip of the psychopathic institution, because of situations like exactly what happened today, as I had been told that it happened in the past, but like what now I'm made aware of. And it's because when you have these devices, every transaction you have, like all your corporate statistical data as an employee, all the emails being sent through the channels are on your device. And so the moment you leave the institution or are fired, the potential for a lawsuit is present. And justice for this employee, like actually raising money for justice for this employee, to sue them. Their labor rights were violated, and the documentation is going to be hard as hell to get because this doesn't exist. There are no labor laws in Canada. No one's specifically thinking of exactly what I'm proposing. And like all these hair salons are going to have libraries of philosophy, like